Welcome everyone. We're sharing our random thoughts here on the stream today. Welcome Mr. Coffee, Move 11. Alright. We are hosting Sloth Rapid. I call this Slow Tuesday Rapid actually. But the Sloth is always here in spirit. He's here in reality as well. But usually I call it Sloth Tournament. We're just calling it Slow Tuesday Rapid today. So we've got five rounds, 15 plus 5 Rapid Casual. Here's the link. I'm going to send out an announcement. Last minute announcement. Copy. Paste. Copy and paste. Alright. So, let's send out the announcement now. Pawn and Horses Club. Dear John. Message all members. Dear members. Bitcoin is a Ponzi scheme. No. Really good article yesterday about the folly of cryptocurrency in El País. I saw El País in English by this Brazilian computer scientist who basically knows everything. Alright, anyways. Let's do, dear members, we are doing last call for Sloth Rapid. I'm just calling it Sloth Rapid, whatever. Dear members, should I be more specific? Probably, so they know who I am. Dear Ponda Team. Dear Ponda Team members, we're doing last call for Sloth Rapid starting shortly. Shortly. Join us now, or else. Yes. Or else. Alright, William Sloth. Correlated with. That's it. Nice, healthy economic arguments. No political turmoil here on the stream. I'm thinking of doing political prop bets instead of investing in cryptocurrencies. Probably safer. Here we go. Tournament. I didn't put the link in that message, but whatever. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot, and I didn't put the link. But they get the point, dude. They know. If you're in the team, you know where we are. I've got this summer ragweed allergy, so if I start sneezing on the stream, don't be afraid. One time it happened to me in the middle of a summer GM tournament when I first moved, or when I first was coming to Hungary. It was I never have allergies in the summer in America, and I just started uncontrollably sneezing. I was what is going on? I couldn't even sit at the board during my game. I had to sneeze 20 times in a row. I think I've gained some kind of tolerance, but it just started up. Alright, anyway, I'm sure you're all very interested. We've got Slow Tuesday Rapid starting. We've got 9 players. Sparkler Horse, Oms with the Ukraine Solidarity, Leon Toluca, Dinekis, Resident Spectator, Sumaher, Ruslan Bear, AP87, Astrobate, Pyrat. Cheesemate was in the list earlier but had to leave. Balrongo. 12 players. Balrongo. Ugh. Alright. Well, that's like, you know, cryptocurrencies weren't meant to be like this asset that you hold on to. But anyway. It ends up being like just a way to steal other people's money. Okay. We've got fully stocked frigid air. 5 minutes till the tournament starts. 5 rounds. I decided to do 5 rounds. We did 6 rounds on Friday, but that was kind of brutal. By the 6th round, my brain was fried. And 5 is good. Five rounds. Hello. How are you? Just Box Wizard. What's going on? It's very strange that Astrobate's not here. He must be up to something. ST Brown, long time no see. Guys, please support the stream by subscribing. It's been kind of a slow week so far. And someone, Mr. Coffee, made it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is really no better than 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. For the World Senior Champ donation goal, we keep getting funny goal amounts, and people don't want to mess with it to like break it. So we need someone who doesn't have OCD to make like a donation to my stream. So we only get people with OCD are making donations. Somebody gets left holding the bag. Alright. Sparkle Horse, Alms, Leon, Dinekis, Resident Spectator, Sumaher, everyone sucks but me, Ruslan, AP, Astrobate. Astrobate's here! Wow. ST33, Pyrat, and Balrongo. Our official non-animal mascot, Astrobate. What are you doing? Maybe he's like on mobile or something. He's not in the chat. He's got provisional rating of had to order takeaways, only fish and chips available. And it's like fish and chips is like gone up in price. What are you gonna do, man? To pay a premium for fish and chips now in the UK, and they're giving you like lower quality fish and less portions, I heard. That's not good. You know, you're being forced against your will with no options to eat fish and chips, which are basically forced to ordering overpriced stuff. I bought peanut butter for $6 yesterday. No, it was $8. The equivalent of 5. How much was it? 8, 7. $7.50 or something for a jar of peanut butter. Yeah, peanut butter. They don't really do peanut butter in Hungary. That's the problem. We have really bad like peanut butter that they make in the Netherlands or something that I've seen, but it's like horrible. American peanut butter has to be exported from the United States. You know, Pop-Tarts cost me like $7 too. What is my take on the tournament quote? Madness! Edmar's Madness. Technically it's Edmar Madness, but since he's Latvian, it should be like Edmar's Madness. Even when the time control has been reached, there is one situation where you want to act as if it has not, when your position is absolutely lost. Yeah, I get it. This is a common viewpoint where like you have nothing to lose in a lost position. It doesn't really apply now because there's like this increments, you know. Mendes' quote was meant really for an era where there were no digital clocks. it kind of loses a little bit of its point with the concept of increment and digital clocks. So, but we still have time controls. So, I mean, it still has some validity. Yeah, it makes sense if you get it. It's an old idea. We're about to start. $13 a day for the fish and chips. Sounds brutal. That's pounds. Pound. Dollar. Alright. The only thing saving me is a strong dollar, canceling out my inflationary expenses. Hungary currency has really crashed a lot. Plus we've got inflation. Ready to start, guys. Alright. Everyone sucks but me. Good luck, everybody. Everyone sucks but me has a pretty good score, dude. What's up with that? He's got a good score. He doesn't suck. Actually, what's the deal with his ratings? 1600 blitz. These were like simul games mostly. Don't panic with the red light. You know, you're not gonna lose on time. That bothers me a lot. They need to take that out. Even though I know, that's kind of like the Edmard Mednes quote. Even though I know I made the time control, I'm still like nervous. I want to make an extra move. Yeah, I mean, I'm really lucky with the dollar living abroad. I mean, you are too, probably. At least something positive. There's something positive at the moment, which is incredible. Alright, we're just going to go with main stuff here. What are we going to drink? What are we going to drink is the question. King's Indian. Juicebox Wizard, you don't play chess, right? You just come here to talk economics. I sucked you into that conversation. You should play. Uh-oh, the clutcher's here. Clutcher of camels. Feeling good, he's feeling it. The clutch camel. Anyone who mains the old Indian with black. Mains! I never heard that really used before. Sounds like that's his character. My main is a wizard. How about you? Nerds unite, right? Too deep for me, man. Openings are like melee characters. Pass the bong, man. Man, I think I had this game, like, in a game in like 1987 or something. It's a kind of rare line. John Anderson. I wonder if he's even still alive. You never heard of him, huh? Move 11? It wasn't... No, wait, Steve Anderson. Sorry. Steve Anderson. He was a 2000 player from New Jersey. Kind of a... weird character, but a talkative, outgoing guy. He's a good guy. He played occasionally at the Toms River Chess Club. He's pretty old. He would be pretty old, but he would be like, you know, potentially not so old that he would be like dead. I hadn't heard anything. I assumed he was probably gone. Gone. What do I do? G5? We can hold off on the G5. I don't know if we should. Actually, I had a similar game with Arsenal the other day. Like a Benoni move order. I didn't play the early E4. Steve Anderson, Slaggy, New Jersey Open, 1987. It wasn't this exact position, but something similar. Or something. Something like that. I can't believe how old I am. Everyone sucks. Including me. I prefer to keep my pawn back on e3, because black's primary counterplay here is really this... Yeah, I don't know what to make of this now. Now things are getting kind of weird. Chaotic evil. My mains... I do, my main is a hunter on Hearthstone. I don't do role-playing games. I gave that up for chess back in 1985. Yeah, I feel like I was exactly like the generation of little kids on Stranger Things. That's like exactly my generation. They're like playing Dungeons and Dragons. Man, I've got this terrible allergy. It's like killing me. Alright, this is weird, man. It's like give a book, get a book at the beach or whatever. Give a pawn, get a pawn. Give a pawn, get two. 2 for 1. My kids always liked that when we would go to the supermarket in America, and there'd be like, they would get really excited when there would be like buy 2 get 1 free, for example. They don't have that here in Hungary. So if there's like buy 2 get 1 free Oreos in the supermarket, my kids were like, "Oh, this is awesome." They don't realize it's basically just kind of a scam. It seems cool. All right. Queen takes pawn. I think we play queen takes pawn. Quit smoking, drinking, and begin investing money. Jesus, dude. You might as well just die. If you quit smoking and drinking and diet, what's the point of living anymore? You know? Smoking was bad enough. It's really hard to do like 3 of those things. 3-step program. As I'm pouring my beer, he's like, he quit drinking. Just cut down, don't quit. You mean to save money? We don't talk about that. Alright, man. I'm older than you and more. I'm a monk. Now. Don't get into the human trafficking stuff, man. We'll just keep it PG friendly. Queen takes b2. Alright. Maybe Arsenal fan could come on and talk about his former hometown. It's hard to have sympathy for people who take up smoking in the current year. No, but I felt bad for people like my mom, who, like, she was, like, in her 80s and still smoking. And, like, everyone, like, all the Karens, like, give you dirty looks if you want to smoke. Despite the fact that it was completely, like, normal in the past. It's, like, it's hard. Yeah, it's kind of weird to take up smoking in the current era, but I kind of feel bad for the people who all their lives it was considered acceptable, and then one day it wasn't. You know, it's kind of, as much as I'm annoyed by smoking too, you gotta at least have some sympathy for them. It's like cancel culture. Cancel camel cancel culture. Cancel culture camel. Cancel camel. Anyway, I'm just trying to find my sense of reality here. This is a kind of weird position. Do I want to play g4 at some point? Probably not. There's a ghost opening the door now. Oh, I have a check. Ah, he played rook c1. I expected rook b1, so you kind of threw me there. He threw me. Check. Destroying his right to castle. So that's why he played rook c1, so he could meet, like, bishop c3 check with knight d2. Ah, it's like a trick. I wasn't even really, like, sure I should play bishop c3. I'm just, like, misplacing my pieces if I do that. Queen b4 is interesting. I think queen b4 is interesting. Let's do it. What's he planning here? I just assumed, like, rook b1 was the move. I didn't drink alcohol yesterday. It's evidence. I don't have a problem if I can go one day without drinking alcohol. Clearly you don't have a problem. Queen b4 check. Alright. Just wanted to make sure. I drink because I enjoy it. That's the important thing. I don't have to. Okay, queen b4 check. Idea queen d2 and rook d8, just defending my pawn. I like it. You're having coffee and a sweet roll. You know what I miss? Cinnabons. And those, like, orange cinnamon rolls you could buy in the supermarket. That also doesn't exist. I mean, there's lots of cool, like, Hungary is great for, like, pastries. They're really crazy with the confectionery stuff, but it's still not the same. So king f1 anyway. After all that trouble you went to play rook c1. There's a lot to think about, man. I mean, chess is a complicated game. I just can't stand when people play bullet chess. This guy's taking his time. It's kind of nice. Juicebox Wizard, when you say cooking cat at home and you live in Southeast Asia, you have to be a little bit, um, you know, circumspect. Be a little more careful with your spelling there. Excel Poker, hey everyone. Too bad I missed the tourney. It's not too late, bro. Absolutely. But he wants to win it, you know. Excel Poker is a competitor. He wants to win it. Excel Poker, do you play online poker on one of my friends who's like a massive cash pro plays? He was complaining today, like party poker was like cheating him out of his like bonuses or something. I mean, I just stopped playing online poker for the most part. I was just wondering if anyone has perspective on that site. I never really liked it since, I don't know when, 2007 or something. I keep an account on there, but I never play. Yeah, it's really clunky. But anyway, he was complaining that he's like, whatever, the highest like reward level. He generates like $200,000 in rake a year. And they were like trying to cheat him out of, I don't know, $1,000 or $2,000 in bonuses. I just wondered. I don't know much about it. This pawn is just hanging. I was saying to some people recently, I don't play much poker because it's hard for me to do two things at once, you know. I don't know. I don't know, man. I can't do two things seriously at once. It's one or the other. If I'm focusing on chess, then I really focus on chess. That's how I operate. When I was doing poker, I hardly did chess at all. I don't know how, like, Magnus's coach, you know, Agdestein was apparently he was a sort of semi-professional football player. That's pretty amazing. Should I just take this pawn on e5? It is kind of important, no? Is there a reason not to take it? I don't like having my pieces unprotected. I'm just talking about all kinds of random stuff, guys, to keep the conversation alive here. I'm gonna need to start taking allergy medicine. Alright. Summer allergies is really weird. It's like ragweed. I think in a lot of countries they destroy like in the United States they probably destroy the ragweed, but here in Hungary, not really. So when it's like the season, I'm just getting like wrecked by it. Just started. I was fine like 2 days ago. I don't take Claritin, but I might start, man. This is really annoying. Yeah, my daughter had to take some. What's the other over the counter? Actually here it's probably over the counter too. I really don't like the situation. We're better structurally, but not up any material. Allegra. Yeah, that's what she was taking, Allegra. Yeah, it's basically the same thing, right? I assume. I had taken them in the past. We go 93. Me go. The Migo. White structure is a wasteland. Structural wasteland. I just assumed they were like the same thing, like made by different companies. Now what do I do? Oh, bishop f5 is an interesting move. If king e2, bishop f5, get back in the box. Because I can bring my rook here. Because if he plays king e2, you know, he tries... I don't have a lateral square, so I'm going to have to, like, retreat my rook back, which would be inherently passive. You think it's different? Okay. Good to know. G Souts. Are you serious? Or are you just trolling me? Sometimes you say some weird things, but you've been watching my stream as a lurker for a long time. Like, that's a weird question. Wow. Yeah, I talked about bishop f5. There's non-drowsy. The doctor told me when I got it like years ago that it didn't, like the normal one didn't make you drowsy. I didn't realize any of it made you drowsy. I thought that was the point of it. Oh. I remember like 20 years ago a doctor prescribed me like Claritin. I didn't know there was even any drowsiness involved. It's not like Benadryl or something. So now what do? I don't know, because I hate chess.com or because I hate like fast bullet and blitz chess. Which reason is the primary one for not playing in the titled Tuesday? We don't do that. But I mean, there's two good reasons for me to never ever play that kind of thing. It goes against my entire like reason for living. Chess.com is evil, and that's like not chess. Other than that, it's great. I mean, I guess everything's good. Originally, bishop f5. The problem with bishop f5 is that it would take pressure off of this pawn on c4. I like the fact that I'm targeting those pawns on the diagonal. You know? Seems like a bad idea to take it off the c4. Take it off the c4. Take it off. g4 starts to look kind of tempting. There is rook c8. He's going to go in the shredder if I play like rook c8, bishop a7, rook a8. I mean, his king is totally shredded. The shredder. Almost in the shredder. Shredder, master shredder. Okay. Okay. What we gonna do here? I like my position, but is it winning or not? There's also g4. I don't know about g4. It's kind of committal. We don't do committal here. Oops, I hung my A pawn. Again. No way. He's taking it. Now that's a tasty burger. No way. You late registered. That's not new, man. Only in the first round, right? No, Excel Poker. I thought you knew about that. I mean, you played a lot of these. Speaking of late registered, I never liked late registering in poker tournaments, but my friend talked me into it last week. We late registered for this club tournament, and I paid like, 2 buy-ins. It's like a rebuy to play a poker tournament where I'm starting the tournament with like 11 big blinds. I always thought like that was kind of the most retarded thing ever, but I still managed to like bust out, but I got close to the money. It's like hyper turbo tournaments. Late registration. Well, it's good for generating rake for the poker site or club. It's fun though, I guess. We have a threat here. We do have a threat. Being lucky. Everyone sucks but me is like done good job. He's done a really good job of managing his time, which most people don't. I like it. One of the only players I can say like has shown good time management skill of late. And it's like pretty rare at his rating level. Is anybody else, any other new players in the tournament? Jim's online. He rarely does rapid. This looks pretty bad for white. I mean, if there's any way to survive this, it would take like computer like defense. Now he's just dropping a piece. I told this story a lot of times, P-Jack, where I played in a rapid and Sebi Attila was like outside talking to his friend after the round had started, forgotten himself, and came to the board with like 2 minutes against me in a 15-minute rapid game, and I lost with white, like where he was giving me like 15-2. The problem was like it was like psychological, it's a huge psychological advantage. Like you feel this, I felt this extra pressure, like the guy's giving me like 15-2 time odds. You gotta win. I mean, you gotta at least draw. Like you can't possibly lose, even though he's a stronger player. He's giving you 15-2 time odds. I mean, yeah, exactly. And I was just like, and I played like an idiot, That's why it bothers me when people berserk. I play really, really badly when they berserk against me. I lost some embarrassing games against berserking players in the arenas. It just disturbs me. I hate that. Anyway, alright. We got a player like trying to join the team. Rook Warrior. Might be Arsenal's friend. Sorry about that. But, life can't be perfect. Where is ours? It was a poor... Oh! Lost the... Oh no, I lost the window. That was a King's Indian. Weird. It was nice and open for a King's Indian. Do we get the window back? Yeah. Alright, so there's 3-minute breaks between rounds. We have 2 games ongoing. Camel Culture against Repunj. Wow. Repunj, who's like the fastest player in the world, has 14 seconds. To Camel Culture's 4 minutes. That's kind of uncharacteristic. And it doesn't look like a lost position. So I don't know, did like white come late to the game or something? It's really weird. I wonder, you know, you can't tell where he used all his time when we played through the moves now. Is Euro going to hell for real? You're talking about, like, currency? They must love the dollar in Serbia. I mean, no. I don't know, man. I'm just happy. For once, like, something positive happens to me. Economically, I'm almost always unlucky. So, this is the first time the dollar's been really strong in a long time. I can reap the benefits. Having dollars. So I've been criticizing Rupunj a lot lately about not using his time. Maybe he's taking it to heart here. White is slightly better. Obviously, 3-on-2 majority, but not an easy position to convert. Black's extremely solid. Nice bishop on b7. A lot of heavy piece endings are draws. Cheesemate donated 69 or 420 or both. Both. Wow, nice. Thank you, Cheesemate. I saw you like signed up for the tournament earlier, like an hour ago, and then you disappeared, and we had Alms instead. We traded Cheesemate for Alms. Cheesemate is back. Chessmate. Coffee mate. This is a tough game to convert, though. I remember one time I had like an extra central isolated pawn and a heavy piece ending, couldn't win it against like a 2100 player. That's cool. I'm glad you're here to play. Alright. Thank you for the donation, sir. Cheesemate with 489 bits. 69 plus 420. Weight is better here. Damn, dude. B-Jock. Captain Obvious. You think? Better isn't winning, though, you know. That's the problem. I mean, considering how strong the players are, a draw would be a great upset victory for Rupunj. If he draws this, very strong result against Camel Culture. Of course, White's better, but I'm saying, like, I don't have a lot of confidence I could win this with White, and I'm sure Camel Culture views it the same way. Plankhorn says, you crushed me again. That must have been me. Foghorn, Plankhorn. Guys, please support my bid for the World Senior Championship in November. You can make a streaming donation to do so. Be patient and let the low-rated player blunder. Good advice. H4 doesn't look very patient. Speaking of the lower player blundering, Rupunj just like hung a piece on a one-move trap. No, I mean, I think that Black's hanging on here. Very difficult position to win. There's no need to take the pawn. It's not going anywhere. You have a very firm blockade of d6. White's tied down to the d5 pawn, and it's blocking his own bishop. Black has 4 pawns to defend his king side. This is a draw. I mean, probably with correct play for both sides. It's actually, the engine's actually giving Black an advantage here. I mean, I don't know if I like h4. It looks kind of weakening. Alright. Yeah, the computer actually thinks that black is better. Alright. Camel Culture gets the victory with a convincing win. That's what you was asking, why is white better? Well, I mean, white has a passed pawn, you know? And even if he lost it, black's probably not winning. I mean, the computer can say what it wants. I don't really think that black is better. Whatever. It's probably a draw, man. I mean, but I mean, in a practical game, white has a passed pawn, black doesn't. I don't know. To me, that theoretically makes white better. Objectively. If you trade queens or something, you know, black could lose. You trade pieces. I think practically white is a tiny bit better. Yeah, white has a bad bishop on b3 and a good blockade for black. It should be a draw. You know, even if there's no bishops, it's probably really drawish with a firm blockade. AP87, ST33 got what did you guys do? You did upset victories here. Forfeit against Oms. Oms registered late and forfeited. He must have a lot of like work that comes up, like a cheesemate sort of thing at the last minute. A lot of times he enters and then doesn't make a game. I guess Oms has a kind of tricky schedule. So what about ST? ST beat Dinekis on the upset. Dinekis. Who else is here? World Loser joined. Uh-oh. He's dangerous when he's in the mood. Weird, man. You want to know something crazy? I think World Loser was in my dream the other night. Oh man, that's crazy. I had a dream where World Loser was there. It was some kind of like chess party or something. Pretty sure it was World Loser. I haven't actually met him in real life. I know who he is. I think he was in my dream. Wow, I totally forgot the dream till I saw his name now. It was a chess-related dream. We were playing chess. It was completely platonic. Bisonov, just chess-related. Kind of chess house party, or everybody was playing chess. That's serious. You're in my dream. I don't remember anyone else. It was just like random chess players. I can't remember the details. It was like 2 nights ago, and now it just popped back. I wouldn't have even remembered it if I hadn't saw now. You're in the tournament. I almost never dream about chess too. It's really weird. Everyone sucks but me. Paolo, Pirat, Balrango. Astrobite's been uncharacteristically quiet today. What's up? Astrobite, are you alright? Everything's alright? 2000. I don't comment on whether men are good looking or not, you know. That's not my thing. Alright. Dude. We let the clock run out so the red light doesn't make me nervous. That should be removed by the site. Res Spectre. Resignation. The Resignation Spectre. Spectre of Resignation. Dukash. Duke sense. Dookie sense. I'm trying to find my... Have you seen my brain? Oh, not the Caro-Kann. Caro-Kann's the worst. Okay, we'll go... Yeah. My first guess would be Duke sense. But if you want to be funny, you call someone dookie. It's like an 80s word for poop. Knight c3, knight c6, bishop g5. Panov is not boring. Why, man? I'm opening the position. The Caro-Kann is boring. Caro-Kann is boring. It's not my fault. Yeah, very common for my like 12-year-old friends to say dookie in the 80s. It didn't feature heavily in my own vocabulary, but it is a thing. But now we'll focus on the important stuff here. Wow, I thought I saw a game. Like Resident Spectator had another game with someone else in almost the exact same position. Didn't you? How do I know that? Like, that's kind of crazy. Camel Culture, do you play the Panov with white? Did you have a game like this? Somebody had a game like this exactly. Doogie. The Advance, okay. I just never played the Advance, and I'm theoretically not well enough versed in it, and it's complicated, you know. A6 looks real bad. You hurt me real bad, Wendy. It hurts real bad. You could go with like the double knights. Bishop f6, bishop f6, f4. Double knights. Doobie Hauser. Somehow I like know this exact like variation, except it didn't go exactly the same. I saw some game, I thought it might even be Resident Spectator, where someone played bishop takes c6. I don't remember black playing a6 though. But I may just be like inserting the wrong person into a memory, probably. It's probably somebody else's game. Resident Spectator is playing way, way, way too fast. You know, this is exactly what I tell people not to do. Like, play quickly until you have a lost position, and then start taking your time. Like, that is not a good idea. That is not the proper way to approach chess. It's like the noob mentality, and I see even title players doing it. Like if you have OCD or something, then you have no choice, you know. But if you are capable of thinking, give yourself and your opponent more respect, and try to actually treat chess like it is a thinking game, you know, like it should be. To actually use your time. You have 15 minutes. Why are you playing in this tournament if you're not gonna even like think for more than 5 seconds on your moves in the first 20 moves? Resident Alien. I mean, if I played 3-minute chess all day long, I don't think I would play in this tournament. I wouldn't I don't know why. Why would you play in a 15+5 tournament? You know, if you don't play that time control normally, it seems kind of strange. B4 is probably going to happen at some point. If you haven't memorized the opening ideas, can somebody help me here? Can we? Can we just like copy and paste that? This has to be put this in the collection. The quote, the all-time like insane quotes. It's like what? I think you like said that wrong. That's not what you're meaning to say, I assume. Even if you memorize the opening ideas, like very few games are going exactly according to theory. I think we're going to need to reinforce. If you have it memorized, you have no reason to think. I don't get it, man. It's the opposite, right? If you have memorized, but even if you have the ideas memorized, you still have to calculate like variations that can occur. I mean, I don't see how you can like blitz off. The only case where you can make the moves instantly is if you know the exact position. Exactly. That's exactly a memorized line. Okay, no problem. Then go ahead and make your preparation, you know, your memorized moves or whatever as fast as you want. But otherwise, you know, the minute that it leaves your exact preparation, you need to start thinking according to the time control. If not, you're making a mistake. You know, you're not. Time is a resource, and you need to use it properly. He couldn't make up his mind, like, where he wanted to break. Break. This is interesting. Yeah, I mean, like, if I'm playing a long game, I like to take a minute before making the first move. And I learned that from an old friend of mine who was classically trained master from Leningrad. He was no doubt trained to do it by his coaches. But of course, in a 15-minute game, you might not want to take like a minute. Bishop e8. Didn't see this one. Does pawn takes pawn do anything? Might. Pawn takes pawn would actually make sense. Bishop takes. Pawn takes. Rook takes. Rook takes. E8. Check. Dude, I mean, give me a break. This player doesn't even consider bishop takes h5. How can you play chess like that, where you're not even considering like a major candidate variation? Like, what is the deal? It's ridiculous. That's a hugely important line, and you didn't even consider it. You just like blitzed off the move. A world loser is, you know, he's got his style. He's built his game around playing very fast and trying to like flag people. And sometimes it works. I still don't agree with it. But you know, if that's the way you want to do it, then do it. I still think you should use some time. But Resident Spectator, I mean, in that position, seriously, I played an unexpected move probably. I would assume e takes f6 with my queen hanging. So he's got to consider rook takes and bishop takes h5, and he like insta played rook takes f6. This endgame was what I mostly analyzed. Bishop takes h5, pawn takes e7, rook takes f1 check, rook takes. My pawn on e7 is dropping after rook e8, and black's in an endgame. I was thinking a rook f8 check, take, king takes king f2, and I'm better, but I'm not even sure if I'm winning. You know, he's got to really consider that. Okay, this is the actual position. Chess is the struggle against the error. Johannes. Now he's taking time. Good. The Cheese Mate, again, thank you for your donation, 489 bits. Guys, let's get the World Senior Champ donation fund off the OCD number. He found it, rook d8. We're strategically winning here. This happened to me in a Panov. Or was it Trompowski that was exactly like a Panov with black, once against Buivin in a rapid game. The structure of death. Like, this happens and there's nothing you can do about it. You're just lost on the queen side. You can't stop it. Can't stop it. At 7 a.m. I was to be gone for 15 minutes. 3.5 hours later, uh-oh. What happened, man? Sounds like a Better Call Saul episode. Asami was abducted. Held for ransom. But he's free now. Did Bill Richardson get you out? Oh no. We don't talk about that here. If you tell me, I have to kill you. Illegal driving. Speaking of which, I have to get my international driver's license. Without an international driver's license, like, they won't accept me if I go to the U.S. and I want to drive, like, with a Hungarian license. You can't. They don't accept it because it's like, it's not. I don't think they would accept it, right? You have to have like an international driver's permit. It's like a technicality. If you want to like rent a car or something. I just got my Hungarian driver's license like 6 months ago. You spent 2 hours giving an E-body a full tilt spin. Uh-oh. You guys know about... You're not going to need Bill Richardson then. Alright. Black is in like virtual Zugzwang. It's pretty brutal. See, it's too late to start thinking when you're in Zugzwang. Just start thinking earlier before it's Zugzwang. Easy to say that now, right? Nobody wants to listen. I think part of it is that people are afraid to get in time pressure. They have this like phobia of time pressure. And I have 30 plus years of tournament experience. So I've learned to not fear being in time pressure. But I understand. I mean, I get it. But it's like exaggerated way too much. So what's happening? We'll have like the longest game every round again, so I can't analyze the other players' games. Wow, interesting move. B5, allowing en passant capture with the queen takes b4 trick. That's pretty crafty. Crafty crab. Okay, now we need to think. So if I take on b6, the obvious thing is queen takes b4, for example. I don't necessarily have anything there. I mean, I think I'm leaning against doing that. We now have, this has been upgraded to a protected pass pawn on c5. Pawn upgrade. So I suppose he's probably doing like pawn takes pawn, bishop takes. I can play rook e1. Is a5 bad? You know, it didn't occur to me. It's pretty weird. Is it bad? Well, I mean, it kind of closes out the position where it might be difficult to make progress, but it's probably not that bad. I mean, it's still clearly better. Takes on b6, queen takes b4. My d4 pawn's under attack. My b4 queen's attacking my knight on c3. Taking on check on e6 doesn't really do anything. He just moves his king to h7. I mean, I could play like knight takes d5, then d4 hangs. No, I'm not taking en passant. It's a pretty crafty move by black, honestly. My position is still completely wholesome. And it's tempting to take his bad bishop. I mean, I'm still hugely better after takes. This looks pretty strong, though. Power couple. Oh yeah. Ghost. Space Ghost. Ghost to coast. I can't believe he played King F7. That's like the only move. Unbelievable. And he found it. Black is really paralyzed, though. Just in case. Even the Queen and Knight looks pretty promising. I mean, even if the rooks got traded, make some lunch. Vegetarian. What do camels eat anyway? Besides, like, people's fingers. You ever feed the camel at the zoo? It's really gross. They slobber all over you. This like thick mucus, saliva. It's pretty nasty. They're really like slobbery. You gotta like... They eat cactus. Or just anything. Probably any kind of random grass like plants they come across. Cactus might be a little tricky. Deadly. Digestion of cactus is somewhat tricky. Depending on the variety of cactus. They need to have like iron stomachs. Order breakfast. Oh yeah. That's what the humps are for, man. One hump or two. Like water storage. They're water storage tanks. It's like pulling teeth. Feels like a tactic coming on. You don't say. The camel's feet called hooves. They would be hooves. Hoven. Hoven. You say hoven? Yeah, that's funny, Asterbate. Really funny, man. You probably read The Onion. That bishop looking rather limited in its capability. That's a big pawn. Pawn is mightier than the sword. Not sure this is the right move here. I should have played queen b8 probably. Cloven hose. The resident spectator just really annoyingly defended this. I feel like I should have a tactic. Knight c8. Sounds like something Arsenal would say. I have queen b8 now, probably. That's what I should have done in the first place. And we are winning here now. Knight b6 wins directly. I mean, can we see the moves? Does it show the times? Yeah, you didn't really go you didn't really go under until move 18. I think black's position, although it might almost be equal, is quite difficult to play. Not an easy position at all. Alright. Great Lazarus, 2-0. Leon, 2-0. Wow. Well, Leon's gotten up with a rating to 2100. Got a forfeit against Asterbait. Asterbait, first round, what? You forfeited? Oh yeah, you were registered. And you forfeited. Okay, one game ongoing only. Bisonov. No, I mean, I think there should be another nice win by Excel Poker. I think there should be another means of evaluating positions, because CPL or whatever, you know, the normal computer evaluation, it doesn't really like, it just indicates like the evaluation 20 moves from now, you know. When you evaluate a position, it's like Stockfish telling you after 20 moves of calculation, this is what the evaluation would be. But that still doesn't tell you how easy or difficult the given position is to play for a human, you know. There should be a way of evaluating positions in a different way, where it's like the playability of a position. Yeah. If someone could invent that, I think it would be extremely a system to evaluate positions in a more human-like terms. It would be more valuable. Alright, that's it. Last game. On to the next round. Excel Poker had a late start. Camel Culture held to a draw by AP87. What? Wow. Wow. Camel Culture got sloppy, and he was plus 8.8. He wanted to like go make a sandwich or something, and he just like lost his queen. He was in sandwich mode. Unbelievable. Yeah, he just totally let his guard down. Obviously white is like busted with his king on g4. And AP87 manages to hold on. In final position, he was totally winning. Camel manages to get a draw. White dropped a piece there. And then it's tricky. Crazy. Sandwich man should focus a little more. Underestimating his opponent's resources. Alright, a bunch of players 1.5, including World Loser. Where is Cheesemate? She's made lost. Wait. Uh-oh. She's made upset. What happened? Great Lazarus. Lazarus. I normally don't like to play the London system, but I've been known to do it here. I think Lazarus plays the Slav too. He's just like throwing out random moves. Yeah, Lazarus. We had this discussion a long time ago. I mean, it's like some kind of very old name. It's also, of course, someone's final album. David Bowie's final. What are we doing? You want to just play like Bishop F5, get it done, play the London. Weird London. Yeah, I don't know if it's a Greek name, but he's Greek, so it might be. Yeah, something to do with the Bible. But he's just playing like weird setup here. The London with G3 versus the London. He just seems to play like anything. He plays E4, D4. I understand his blitz and his bullet rating. I mean, blitz, rapid and bullet, but his blitz rating doesn't make sense. He's got to be like at least 2300 in blitz with the other ratings. He must be like sandbagging the blitz rating for like arena tournaments or something. Clearly at least 2300. The arena system it doesn't work. It just encourages sandbagging. Sandbagging is a huge advantage. Like having a lower rating gives you easier pairings every round. Why would anyone want to have a high rating if the world was filled with arena tournaments? Everyone would just want to have a lower rating. It's an advantage to have a lower rating. That tournament structure doesn't work, man. Sorry, lichess, but something has to be changed there. It just doesn't make sense. Your primary tournament, the arenas, encourage sandbagging and reward it. My Bible study is a little bit rusty. Yeah, either berserking is the best way to win and lower ratings. Yeah, I mean, I think like the whole thing was like lichess was new and they created this fun system for tournaments, but it didn't. That wasn't made when there was like 100,000 players on the site, and it was like competing to be maybe one of the best chess sites online. It was a unique concept, but I don't think it really it's really sound as a tournament concept. Unfortunately, it's funny and it's like fun, but I love it how Yubava like would freak out. Remember when Yubava like freaked out and like left lichess because in the last round he lost some tournament like in arena. I'm like, dude, that's the nature of a completely unfair tournament system. You're complaining about it now, like in the last round after some weird shit happened. The entire system is mathematically unsound and it doesn't make sense. It's just meant to be kind of a joke. Poor guy just lost his mind. Should I do that? Why would I do that, right? What's the advantage of bishop e4? I think there is an advantage in it. Hello. Hello. How was your diagonal today? I love ranting. But I mean, I'm not like the most emotionally stable person in the world. But does it seem like Jabava has like emotional maturity of like a 3-year-old? It's pretty amazing. Like you could get to like 27, 30 with the emotional maturity of a 3-year-old. That's like not really. You'd think it would have held him back. I mean, I like the guy. He's spirited and stuff. It's just like kind of astounding that someone that's kind of unstable could get that good. He wouldn't have like, you know, banged his head on the wall after a bad loss too many times already, for example, and like given himself brain damage. It's pretty amazing. Like if you're going to be a world-class competitor, you have to have wherewithal and be able to like not freak out and lose control when like bad shit happens. It's really important. He probably gets over it pretty quickly though. So what are we doing? So what? Really kind of Yubava theme in this game. Yeah, Terminator pictures. How can you be like 2700? How can you reach 2700 FIDE and like have this like emotional instability? It's strength. No. What is it? It's a feature, not a bug. That's like, it's like what's his name? The tennis man? Esterman has like the Eye of the Tiger Survivor picture, like on his wall. What's that about? The inspirational tiger poster. He didn't like update the decor in his like bedroom since he was in junior high school. I shouldn't say anything though. I've got nothing but one weird poster on the wall here. I have a better poster though. Bob's like, what? What is that poster? He's so curious. Wow, Queen D3. It's the Caro Kann. I just realized I'm playing the Caro Kann. Wow, crazy. Who knew it? So basically, Great Lazarus is a bullet player who's playing rapid chess really well. Now I understand. I got infected by you. What does that mean? The Caro Kann? I like the Caro Kann, but it doesn't like me. I mean, I play the Caro Kann. Somebody accused me of being boring for playing the Panov, you know? Don't accuse the guy who's playing the Panov. Accuse the guy who played the Caro Kann of being boring. I like the Caro Kann, but it just never agreed with me. No, man, I mean, I have quite a few games with it, but I've never, ever scored well with it. I think it is one of the sharper lines. It's like one of the only ways to get like an open position, you know? Christensen, my friend Larry Christensen, who's wrote these books on tactics, I mean, he always plays the Panov because he likes open games and he likes tactics. The advance variation is very strategic, you know? And the main lines are just like overly theoretical. I know the Panov is objectively probably equal, but I mean, what isn't, you know? You could make a case that the Panov is like positionally incorrect. Actually. Case law. You're trading your e-pawn toward the center. I mean, not toward the center, like away from the center. It is the center, and you're taking, like, e takes d. You're trading a central pawn for the c pawn. You're allowing black to take toward the center. There is definitely a theoretical case to be made that it's strategically incorrect. I wouldn't argue with that, but still, like, if you want an open position... Cole Salah. My kids are basically American Hungarians, and so they learn both languages. But, you know, we don't really have something called coleslaw in Hungary. Coleslaw. I love coleslaw, but my son was funny. He calls it coleslaw, like Mo Salah, the runner. It's pretty funny. Gross. Mr. Coffee. How could you? Oh, man. Well, anyway, Hungary is really big on cabbage, but usually they do like, you can get coleslaw here, but it's not called coleslaw. It's just like cabbage salad. Stick to coffee. Coleslaw. We all call it coleslaw. It's just kind of funny. Yeah, it is good. Good stuff. Anita. Stick to coffee. Oh, Master had that. Wait, he's losing a piece if he takes. Coleslaw is the best. But it's got to be good. I mean, you know, you can make, or like if you eat it, it's got to be fresh. It's, you know, there's bad coleslaw. Mr. Coffee probably had a bad coleslaw experience early in life, and it scarred him forever. You got to get off to the right track, man. Get off on the right track, even. I'm afraid I'm going to have to borrow that knight. Borrow a vowel. It looks like manual castling. Unless we have any fancy tricks. Manual castling. Manuel. Well, we gotta do it. It's Manuel castling. Oh, that's weird. Oh, no way. So look at this. Yesterday, there was some guy on the stream, and it took me till now to realize why it was so weird. Check this out. The guy put in his finger notes this. He put this as his name in his finger notes. I just figured it out now. Isn't that crazy? Like, there's no way that's coincidence. Right? I could play bishop e7. That was you? Ah. That's so cheeky. And I didn't figure it out. I really didn't figure it out. That's funny, man. It just dawned on me. Well, it's better, you know, better that I figure it out later than never. The dementia is not like totally taken over. All right, so bishop e7. Rook e1. I can't get out of it. You can't escape from the Planet of the Apes here. I've got to try to just live with it. I guess there is a question as to which is the best square. And maybe bishop e7 is for the best anyway. A lot of stuff going on here. I mean, I'd like to put my bishop on d6, but c4 comes in, and it's pretty unpleasant. That's a serious problem. So we're going to do this. Rook a e1. Not just any rook. What about knight, seriously, what about knight f8? Then f4 comes into play. Then I have knight e6. You defend d4 and you're threatening f5. I think it's better just to play king f8. I'm up a piece, whatever. Whatever, dude. This reminds me of the game I lost the other day, right? We're totally winning. Are you that other account? White has one pawn for a piece, and he's playing for the win. We don't talk about that here. Thanks, Bill. Bill is watching without audio. I don't know how to take that. Amazing stuff. Has to be what? Yeah, very unusual, those cabbages. Rare. Poisonous. Also, watch out for brain-eating amoebas. Great Lezers has a sort of, he has a kind of, Mr. Slow going on, where he, like, had a normal score against me until one day he woke up and then he became, like, unbeatable a while back. He now is, nearly equal score, though he wasn't so impressive in the beginning. Wait, what? Queen takes? Weird move, I would say. Slightly weird. Okay, he doesn't want to trade queens, so why is it weird, actually? It's not really. Why would I say queen c2 is a weird move? It's actually not. It's not a weird move. I did manage to actually win a game against him in the recent history. I mean, he's down a piece and he has like a bad bishop, sort of. Well, not necessarily the bishop itself is the problem. It's like he has a lot of pawns on dark squares, which means he doesn't have great white squares. And he doesn't have the ability to attack my white squares very well. Speak for yourself, man. Clumsy. What about you? You're already done. You already won your game. That you'd only blanched. The good news is that I'd only blanched. You sound like you're Alexa or something. Sometimes Alexa says all kinds of weird shit when you ask it questions. It just doesn't understand the grammar, or the AI just can't compute like a logical sentence for some reason. Today I asked it about like Donald Trump's dating site, and it said something like, Donald Trump's '(S) is the wife is the Melania Trump or something like that. I was like, what is it talking about? That sentence doesn't make any sense. I asked about Trump's dating site. He had a dating site like years ago. I mean, it's like ancient history. And we just randomly were wanting to know like what the deal was with it, what it was called and stuff. I don't know, White just randomly sacrifices a piece, but it ends up having like pretty good coordination. It's pretty strange. I agree though. You hurt my feelings, but your comment is not out of touch with reality. Black's having trouble coordinating. Rook e3. Right, okay. Sure. Of course. I'm having trouble like moving my pieces. Pretty amazing, though, don't you think, by White? Take such a position to be able to coordinate it. You gotta give him credit. That's some amazing stuff. Really amazing. And almost instantly can make any of the moves. Totally calm. Now he has 2 pawns for the piece. He'll probably win. 3 pawns. With queen takes a6. I mean, I can't stop thinking about this ridiculous rating he has. 2196. It's always bothered me. If you're capable of being 2364 in bullet, then you should be able to be like 2500 in blitz. Pretty easy, you know? It shouldn't even be like remotely difficult. Did he make a mistake? Not exactly. Has this trick. Right. Remember last time how I miraculously hung on? Yeah, I agree, World Loser, it is. So hopefully there are no cheaters in the tournament, because it is a very favorable time control for cheaters, but we ban cheaters from my team if they're caught. I would never, play for money or something in this time control, dude. Obviously. We're under the assumption that people on our team are not cheating, hopefully. But I agree with you. I mean, the point is that we're not just playing strangers. Only people in the tournament are allowed to play in here. Only people in the team. He has pretty much a miraculous move for every position that I can think of. Right down to the wire. No, I don't trust everyone. There are a number of players, I won't say their names, that I don't trust. But again, how do you prove if someone's cheating or not? Very difficult to do. Even for lichess, it's difficult. Mm-hmm. Oh, let me guess. He has a draw. What a surprise. Surprised he's not winning. He should have chosen a winning variation. Like last time, when he failed to find the winning move in that queer situation last game. That was very, very similar. Oh, now he's winning. Oh, he's gonna win it. Okay. course. Logical. White should easily win this. From a piece down. Absolutely believable. Yeah. It's just ridiculous. Feels very computer-like, to be honest. I can't help but be suspicious of this player. I have been. Yeah. I mean, I've long been suspicious of him. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I have to, like, say it openly. It's just too... It feels too composed. You can analyze the game and be like, well, white made lots of blunders, but... And then his perfect time play, right down to the end. He is just enough to win it. I mean, I don't like to make accusations, but this guy is... It's a little over the top. A lot of the games are just super weird against him. This guy is... I'm sorry, dude. It's really out of control what you're doing. You know, he's even, like, purposely... I don't know. I just don't believe it. Spot me a piece like you're... You can spot me a piece like you're Stockfish playing against Hikaru or something. It just seems really weird. I don't know, dude. Whatever. Dude, I haven't been able to beat him in the last 10 games. He's supposed to be 2,000 FIDE. I mean, seriously? Whatever. I think he's, like, careful about it. All you have to do is, like, handpick some moves here and there. You're not going to play a perfect game. The point is not to play a perfect game. Make it look like a human's playing the game. It's an art. It's an art form, basically. Yeah, I don't know. I could not prove it, but it's just... I can't even play against this player. Because I feel like they're too suspicious. I don't trust them. He's not playing perfect moves, but he's still winning, you know? Nah, dude, I don't think so. I don't know. It's just really sus to me. Sorry. We can't prove it, but I don't trust him. I trust 90%, 95% of the players here, but this account I don't trust. And I have not for a long time. One of the few. I could be wrong. Careful. What's up? Where's the next round? Did I lose it? What? I don't know, man. Like, you know you're going to lose the game before you lose it. You know what I mean? That's the feeling that I get when I'm playing against people who cheat. You don't know how, but you're going to lose it, you know? He claims in his finger notes that he's like an old guy who's 2,000 FIDE. If you're an old guy who's 2,000 FIDE, I'm gonna beat you sometimes. You know, it's not really believable. 2030 would like be last board on my team. Once in a while, but like I can't even beat him like once in 10 games. No. No, it's just you've done a convincing job of looking like you're not cheating, but I'm very suspicious. Whatever. I don't know why anybody would cheat in an unrated tournament just for attention or something. What's wrong with creating a community to make money off of it? What's wrong with like murdering people to make money off of it? I don't know. Ask a philosophy class. Maybe nothing. Why are we talking about that? What does that have to do with it? Lichess.com? I think he's talking to like 3 hours ago when I said I don't like chess.com. It's a delayed response. There's nothing wrong with it. You can do what you want, but I'm not going to play there. Why am I going to pay some noobs who don't know how to play chess and help them? Why should you sign up for a pay chess site when you can have like a great site like this? Chess.com is gross. It's just gross, and the people that own it are kind of gross. I don't know. Not interested. I mean, I remember when there was no chess.com and they just like paid to buy the domain. They just know nothing about chess. They just wanted to make money, and their only, investment was some capital in a domain. It has no soul. Now, Sumaira's tough. But we're not suspicious of him. Do you ever castle kingside? Can you get a castle queenside again? So same thing happened to me as last week. I'm up a piece and I lose. And my tournament goes down the drain. It's interesting because like most people would lose confidence when they drop a piece for nothing. Instead of like play like God. Of course I'm still thinking about it. I hate losing. Cheating or no cheating. I don't know whether he was or not, but regardless, I lost the game. It pisses me off. Not knowing if your opponent is cheating or not, but being suspicious is really... It's a very uncomfortable feeling. I can't play against people that I'm suspicious of. Very well. I don't know, this looks wrong actually. I did something wrong. Maybe A6 is too slow. But if I have a bad loss, I tend to tilt. Often tend to tilt. No, this looks awkward. I guess I can play 98 if I have to defend defend d6. I mean, if you don't think about it, if it doesn't bother when you lose, if it doesn't bother you when you lose, I mean, maybe you're not serious about being a competitive chess player. If losing doesn't bother you, you got a problem, you know. It has to bother you. If it doesn't bother you, I'm not sure, you know, you're going to take enough away from it. It's possible you can be like Mr. Spock or something. But I feel like it's good for it to bother you to a certain extent. It should bother me. If not, then, you know, I'm not forcing myself to learn from it. Man, tempo down, e4. Feels like I misplayed this. I'm much more likely to tilt after a loss. I'm just hanging a pawn like an idiot. Okay. Knight h5 takes, queen c7. Queen c7 takes. Jesus. Takes, knight takes. I have knight h5. Pawn takes d6. Yeah, even Spock was bothered, of course. He was half human. I have to take. Knight h5 doesn't work. A lot of people, like, they're like lifetime losers because they've been beaten down so bad they don't mind losing. That's a bad place to be, you know. You don't want to be like that. You come to accept losing. It's not a good thing. It means you're like a beaten man. That game pissed me off because I've been suspicious of him for a long time. It's not the first time I've voiced that. It's been a while, though. But again, like, I don't know, you need like a computer scientist to prove or not if they're cheating. I don't know, you know, how to. I'm not going to do like an official investigation. Dude, do I have bishop d8 there? That just like looks too slow. Ask me what happened. You're a lifetime loser. You're not. Stop that. You have a different problem. You're almost like a compulsive gambler. You just go on to the next game, on to the next game, on to the next game. You're like compulsively going. You should probably slow down, take more time between games, and I'm sure it even bothers Asterbate that he loses. I think you should take more time and analyze your games between games rather than just like playing a massive volume of games. Asterbate. You need to put more time into analyzing. Not even the question of quality versus quantity, but I think just really getting that analysis in. Samir is talented, but he also plays too quickly. Really talented. I think he had something there. There's the other extreme, yeah. And move 11 is leaning toward that side. Where he analyzes too much and doesn't play enough. He's like Tom Hanks. So I'm like dropping an exchange? Seriously? You're cheating! No, see, I mean, it's different, you know? I'm not gonna accuse Sumer of cheating. I've played him enough games and I'm certain he's not. He could start tomorrow, like, cheating. But I don't make wild accusations against people for no reason. Sumer, very well calculated. Wow, we're just lucky. Jesus. Good thing I was on tilt from the last game. Fuck. You're not one to calculate that far usually. We have a longer time control, but you're not really, like, using a lot of it. Jesus. And he's so solid now. There's no weaknesses anywhere. So we're going to lose another game to Nimzo Indian God. Damn, another good move. Dude, holy shit. I thought I was down the exchange. Holy shit. Wait, you had to sack an exchange to win the exchange. Oh my god. I thought I was down the exchange, and I'm not. I need to have a major mental adjustment here. I thought I was totally lost. That's why I was so upset. In a 5-round tournament, I have to win at least 4, and I already lost 1. 3.5 isn't going to cut it. Very rarely does 3.5 win first place in a 5-round tournament. A lot of times, like, 4 will tie for first. Very rarely 3.5. It has to be like a massive tie. Basically, if you drop a point, you gotta win all your games. I was ready to, like, resign. I guess I'm still tilted from last game. I forgot, like, he sacked the exchange to win the exchange, and we're equal material here. I feel better. Not losing. It's still a dangerous position, though, potentially. I have to be careful. Has anyone checked what's the most number of rounds you can make a Swiss? No. Probably 64, something stupid. Knowing lichess, it's like the number of studies. They chose like 64. So how do I play this? He's like annoying me again. Why do you have to bother me? Is rook e8? Rook e8's a double attack. Bishop d8. I'd rather not play that. Queen b4 is awkward, but possible. You win the tournament. Second player, 4 wins. $100 round max. We got a donation from Monster Kofefe. Kofefe, you can't do it all by yourself. Kofefe donated $12.24. What's the secret, man? Kofefe. That's the Mega Swiss time? Wait, what? Mega what? Mega donor. Man, there was this... Speaking of mega donors, there was this article in the New York Times about this guy who was a sperm donor in Southern California. He was like the most prolific sperm donor, and he's like the only one who's like made his identity like not private, and he has like hundreds of children. Literally mega donor. Alright. We need to save that for Bob, though. We'll save the conversation for another time. I just said mega donor. You have $720 in your bank. Due to this, we're NCL. Jesus. I never played a chess marathon, sadly. Can you just like step off my position? Camel culture, been there. Yeah, World Loser is pretty evil. He likes his time wins. It's a style, what can I say? It's a feature, not a bug. I've been pissed with him, but you know, what can I do? I mean, he lives by it. He's our former moderator. So don't take it too personally. He's a good guy. He just likes to play quickly. I appreciate it though, man. Thanks for playing. You gotta kind of get used to playing against World Loser. It took me a while to adjust, and I still don't think it's easy. Bishop B8. Uh-oh, getting sloppy? Or getting tricky? What are you doing here? Getting tricky. He's getting tricky with it. Oh, you played him 8 times already? Oh, wow. I didn't realize. Yeah, you've been here for a while. You just weren't around for a while. Yeah, it happens, man. You're lucky you had 8-0. He's beaten me better percentage than that, probably. He's got better than 12% against me. For sure. Yeah, once in a while, it's like playing donks in poker. Like, once in a while you have to pay them off. He's gonna win sometimes. I don't like his strategy, but he is gonna win with it sometimes, and you just have to pay him off. I mean, that's all there is to it. There's all these weird lines where my queen gets pinned, and I'm trying to calculate. I guess this. Let's help him develop his pieces. It's a good idea, right? Pay him off now, next time he'll pay you off. Yeah, the long game. Damn it. What do I do now? We gotta threaten mate or something. What about Queen H4? Queen H4 might not be a bad idea. Again, brutal. Sumer had me beat like in the simul, I think. He has a bad score against me lately, but I don't know why. Playing in the morning when he can't concentrate and stuff. This is bad. Now I'm like lost. I'm just suddenly lost. It's pretty weird. I'm just suddenly lost. Just like that. Insta lost. That's really messed up. I'm insta lost. Revenge. So I'm just insta lost. Wow, that's pretty brutal. Like, what am I gonna do? Wow, unbelievable. I'm just lost. Whatever. Incredible. And he used no time. I just suck. It wouldn't be a problem if I was pawn down, but the two connected passers are a problem. Wouldn't want to talk about Sumaher's ratings. He's got a lot of nice wins against me for a player of this level. Supposedly. Of this supposed level. Rook there. Wow. That's annoying too. Come on, you need to make a blunder, Sumaher. It's obviously hard to adjust if you're playing 3-0 games 24/7 and then playing a 15-minute tournament. Queen trade Y? Are you serious, Jern Vlad? Have you seen this over there? Oh my god, another killer move. What? Dude, seriously? No, he got the queenside majority. I agree with the queen trade. I think if he doesn't do the queen trade, well, he's taking chances. But I think he misplayed it. Frightening how fast he can play. He beat me like a noob. You think Williams... What planet are you from? Williams. I think Williams resigns here. No, I'm not winning. Come on. Seriously, don't say that kind of stuff. William wins here. Well, I mean, it's theoretically possible that my opponent, like, loses his mind. It's a question whether I can draw. I think he had me, and now it might be a draw. I love endgames. I think he had me. My king was too far away, you know. It looked like he was winning, but he played this bishop a6 move. He made a couple, like, inaccurate moves till now when I lost the game again. Jesus Christ, it's not horrible. It was losing for me, like, the whole game, basically. Except for maybe the middle part, there was a brief period where I was equal. I was never better. I literally have the longest game every single round, and I can never ever watch the other players. I kind of regret that. I think it is a draw now. I offered him a draw, he just ignored it. Okay. That's reasonable. You have more time. No losing chances. I'm not insulted. Theoretically, he could lose, right? You have to really, really play like horrible. Horribly. Let's at least try to teach people not to speak English badly. I don't know, theoretically, Sumer might even lose. He does kind of go berserk in time pressure sometimes. They're still playing, wow. He was trying to trap my bishop on a3 before. If I trade it, it's a draw. It's still a draw. Maybe he's like tricking me into playing for a win or something. It looks like. Move 11 with self-correcting analysis. I think he was winning before that. Whoa. That's serious. He's trying to lose, unsuccessfully so far. Master saw that. Oh yeah, very generous. Thank you. Thank you for the draw offer. Didn't want my draw offer. Two bishops against one. This is a draw. I was pissed he declined my draw earlier. Alright. World loser has 3.5. Good. Wow. He had a kind of like Swiss Gambit going on. And then got Camel Culture, and suddenly he's gonna like maybe win the tournament if he beats the great Lazarus. Wow, good job, Excel Poker. You were almost winning? Excel Poker's gonna have to play me. Probably. I hope Camel Culture withdrew if he's really gone. Nice game in what respect? Like, if you like torture. I like getting tortured and miraculously saving the game. Dude, I was better. It was even I was better at the end, but not enough probably. I don't think I missed a win or anything. Yeah, I have not done well the last 2 tournaments. Well, I always like lose a piece on position. It happened twice in a row now. It's like when you get it in good in poker and lose. It's like a bad beat, sort of. But Sumera gave me a torture. I knew I shouldn't have played the Nimzo. This is his best. That's his best opening. I think B-Jack, you were winning. You know, you were winning if you play the endgame accurately. When my king is still on G8, if you go immediately with the pawn, how do I stop it? I have like one way to stop it with like putting my bishop on B8, okay? But I'm like completely paralyzed. The only way to stop your b-pawn is putting my bishop on B8. I'm utterly paralyzed. Not to mention the fact that you're winning before that, of course. You know, someone mentioned that you shouldn't trade queens. I'm not sure about that, but maybe. I think you were fine to trade queens. It was a win. If I can win the last round against Ruslan or Baisanov, maybe I can tie for third or something. My tie breaks. Well, this is good for my tie breaks at least. I got Excel Poker. I don't know. I didn't expect us to play either. But I didn't calculate. I just was assuming. The mysteries of the lichess pairing system. You're playing the modern for real? I don't remember. I mean, do you play Pierts on a regular basis? Piertses. Pierts.com. Someone's probably taken all. I'm sure someone's taken all the chess opening domain names. Obviously, modern.com. How about like more extreme examples? Maybe we can get falkbeer.com. You never play safe with me. Who are you talking to? always plays safe. Oh, okay. Safe? What are you talking about? Safe? What do you mean? He's like out of his mind. The modern defense? That's what Alexander Ivanov plays against people who are under 2,300. Yeah, you're talking about something else. Not about this game, I guess. The modern is a risky opening. I mean, I think it should only be played if you have to play for a win. My Fianchetto Pierce has been doing well. I have a couple tournament wins with it. The last couple times out, it's been solid. It's better. It's probably better than the like classical Pierce. Bishop there. What is that? What is that? He wants to play pawn takes pawn? Yeah, Ivanov has a system. If you're under a certain rating, it's modern. If you go in the middle range, he plays the Sicilian. And in the higher end, he plays... It's a cool way to do it. Like, he basically plays his defenses based on your rating. If you're a bunny, he plays the modern. He beat me down with the modern for a long time, and then I graduated to the Sicilian. And then eventually I beat him in the Sicilian, so I graduated to e4, e5. h3, pawn takes pawn. Okay, I get it. It's not a bad way to like structure your openings based on the level of your opposition. But I mean, he knows, man. If he plays e4, e5, people will do like really boring shit. Like they'll start playing the exchange Roy Lopez against him. That's why, like against Kelleher, Ivanov couldn't play the black side of the Roy Lopez. He would always play the Sicilian because he was, he's like, how the hell am I gonna win the black side of an exchange Lopez? Once he did something weird, and he like played the check. Once he played the check defense against me in a rapid tournament, and he beat me, interestingly enough. Not necessarily because of the opening. I think it was a good opening. I was better. Oh, that was things he would do a lot, dude. He was really good in the Gurgenidze. That was one of his specialties. Oh, Jesus. What is 95? Seriously? The fuck? Well, that's an entirely tactically based plan. I mean, I think I'm going to have to give him my dark square bishop. I don't want to. I don't see how else to play this. Is that a new high for Excel Poker 2425, or you've been that high before? Tracking is rating tracker. You know what? Interesting. Yeah, what am I thinking here? B3, C5. If I give him the other bishop, B3, C5, knight E2, knight F3 check, take, rook G1. Nah. I think we're gonna just have to give him the dark square bishop and accept it and move on. I don't like it. There's like the weird move, bishop G5. Maybe there's something to it. Let's do it. Let's do it, bro. What are you gonna do? F6? Bring it on. Bring on the F6, man. But maybe I have other problems, I don't know. This is insane. Damn. I am attacking his queen, right? Is this the last round? Yeah. Last round already. He has knight c4, bishop d8, knight d2. That would be funny. I don't know, man. F6 doesn't look like a good move. Maybe, though. Like F6, bishop F4, knight C4, queen C1. Very complicated. Dude's gotta watch out. But E6 is covered. I'm glad I played this move, though. I mean, it's the only combative move. Anything else would have been a huge consolidation. At least we got some interesting games. Second bad result for me. Knight c4, he did it. Wow. Open your mind. So queen f4. Man, what's up with queen f4, dude? Then you play queen d7. Ask a stupid question, get a stupid answer. Right. Garbage in, garbage out. Alright. It looks like I should play queen c1. For lack of a better move. And our provocative opponent just a weird position. He's got the knight in the crazy place and a bishop in a crazy place, but I've got a knight hanging and a bishop in a crazy place and a queen in a crazy place, so... I mean, okay, g4 bishops aren't so bad. Now he decided to do bishop f6. That was not what I expected. And we can do the Walter Brown here with h4. Tempting me. It's doing bishop h4. But why? Why would I do bishop h4? Bishop h4 seems like a stupid move. Let's just take. Take. Just take. What's the problem? I have knight d5, queen takes d4, knight c7 check, and knight takes a8. Damn, that might actually, knight d5 might actually be a good move. Queen d4, knight c7 check, and knight takes a8. I'd really rather not. Alright, screw it. I don't see like a clear refutation. Worst case scenario, he gets two knights for rook and pawn. And I'm castling. This is fun, huh? Now we're having fun. Risky play by both sides. I guess I could have played a different move there for sure, like, but what? All the moves I have, like, all my candidate moves are like passive. I guess he has to choose like from all these different squares. I don't think it's that simple. The logic is to go to g7. Dude, I am out of here. Uber driver's like, don't you ever castle? He's been like trying to create chaos since the beginning. It really depends on the tournament situation, I would think. And your opponent. I don't really have a good handle on Excel poker. It's hard to really understand players without playing them like hundreds of games. You might think you know someone based on like 10, 20 games, but even 30, 40, 50 games, 100 games, you can't really intimately know someone. Schieberspieler, he was angry when he like lost to XL Poker once, but he's came back recently for one stream, but I think he's just busy doing other stuff, mostly. This looks like a very unsafe position for the enemy king. His king is not safe long term. Material is equal, theoretically. Although, like, Stockfish always likes the two pieces. But I'm not sure how Stockfish feels about Black's king in the middle of the board there on an open file, half open file. That looks really dangerous. I assume Sheba Spiller's gotta do, some chess teaching or some coaching or something to make a living. He's probably coaching at some chess tournaments, or I don't know what he does exactly. We're not like buddies. Oh man, you're kidding. You had that move? You're freaking kidding me. Now you want to trade queens? I completely spaced and missed it. Oh. This is a devastating blow. Totally missed that. Brutal. If I trade queens and keep my pawn structure, like Tweety Bird. I don't know. I guess I should let him. I could play Queen B1, but it's really ridiculous. Jeez. B3. Wait, what? Like, Bishop E2, he's crazy enough to play that. Okay, I guess I play Rook E1. I mean, in the back of my mind, I know I have enough for the material. A rook and pawn for two pieces. But I'm just like thinking of all these times I analyze with the computer always takes the two pieces. That's what I figured he would play. That's what I'm talking about. Well, I think we come to one of those positions where it's like what I was talking about earlier. The computer might say it's equal, but it's like easier to play one side or the other. It might be easier to play white. His minor pieces have no outposts. I mean, I have a nice pawn structure, which is really important. It's actually, like, super important. Pawn structure was one of the main, reasons why I was willing to go into this. I have G4. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. He's going to solid mode. What he really needed to do is just like blunder. Like a big blunder. Drop material. He did it against me the last tournament. Holy shit, G5. That's not a blunder. That's a blender. It's a totally different thing. Dude, that's a crazy ass move, honestly. Wow. I respect that, but it looks like you're going too far. I don't know. I respect the idea, but it seems a little too extreme. Extreme chess moves. Like, what? Why would you be so... take such a risk? If you don't have to. Yeah, like in the middle game, I mean, that's probably a classic plan. It's very risky in this ending to do it, I would say. We can target these pawns. White's better. Better. Whoa. Holy shit. Totally unexpected move. I have to take. Back, James. Wow. Here we ought to be careful. King F4 maybe. Holy crap. He's so aggressive, like psycho aggressive. Even in the end game. Sacking pawns. Playing me obviously doesn't scare him. I'm not scary enough. That's all there is to it. He needs a scarier opponent. That was a really important moment. I think he has some... thought he had something. H5. It takes a lot of balls to play that. He has H5. But I mean, he's played with great energy until now, so why stop here? H5, G5, Knight H7. And if H4 he has stuff like Rook F3 check, it's getting really weird. You know, I thought that was super scary for me. And here I'm probably okay. New to Twitch. Sire! Slash, it's a new command. That's not a camel, that's my wife. Jesus. Okay, what are you doing? I don't do Windows. Okay, what he did isn't bad, it just wasn't, like, maybe the most deadly. That's on the way. That knight is pissing me off, man. Those knights. Nice knights. I have rook and 2 pawns for the 2 pieces. Feels like white's a little better, but not so easy. Not so easy. And you gotta be careful. I mean, it could go south. Sideways. Go sideways. He's threatening nothing on the queen side. So I should be focusing on the other side. Here. We have a majority here. Let's go. Let's go, brah. It's my move again? Are you serious? Did he like pre-move or something? Wait. He's like shifting. Shifting from side to side. Has anybody seen my self-confidence somewhere? This is so tough. Alright. That's a tough customer. Jesus. I have better king, and I have a rook and 2 pawns for 2 knights. I'll be damned if I'm not better. I'll be damned. His knight's trapped on h3. Knight g5. What? All that time, dude, and yeah, he never played that crazy shit. He just plays like rook c8. I can't believe it. All that calculation for nothing. I calculated like pretty deeply there. He just doesn't even do it. It's unreal. Yeah, that's it, man. You just did it, man. The jinx. You should be a sportscaster. Right. I don't know. I'm like dazed and confused. He's really strong for like 2100, whatever his FIDE rating is. Very strong. I decided to gamble here and sack the exchange. Gamble. Let's go gamble. Two connected pass pawns have been known to be, pretty scary. So let's do it. Judgment call. He's like relentless. How is he so much stronger than me? That he's so much faster? Damn it. I think objectively it's equal. But he's always ahead on the clock. Fuck. What's that? Rook Rook h3. I like rook takes e5 a lot. It's a really good move. Are you kidding? He sees that instantly? Fuck. I don't know, man. Everybody's Grandmaster here. Congratulations. Jesus Christ, dude. Seriously. Why is he tanking here? There's only one move. What's that about? He's like mating me in the middle of the board with no time. He played that? Are you trolling me? Or what? You're like trying to troll me? Seriously? What is that, dude? Wait, I'm down a piece, right? She's everything. Dude, he's like a grandmaster. I mean, seriously? I mean, you should be like a FIDE master at least. Jesus Christ, dude. I mean, how can you be like 2100 FIDE? That's ridiculously strong. Dude, I don't understand, like, seriously, how can you be like 2100? I mean, I would just slaughter people like that. That's an incredible game by Black. I mean, you were under pressure. I made it as complicated as possible and you never make a mistake. Fuck, you know? I tried everything to win. I don't see how you're like 2075 or something. It's impossible. That's like playing like a title player, like an IM or FM or something. Look at my game. I didn't even make any inaccuracies for like the whole end of the game. No just inaccuracies, no mistakes or blunders. Well, you think you're getting better at your age, playing poker all the time? That's not easy to do. We're getting worse. Jesus Christ, I didn't even make any blunders or mistakes. The whole ending is better for Black, according to the computer. Look at my game. 6 inaccuracies, 7 inaccuracies. What the fuck? The entire graph is like to Black's advantage. I didn't even make one mistake the whole game. I mean, that's crazy, dude. That's one of the craziest games I ever saw. I made one mistake in the opening. Wow. How do you take it from here to here without me making any mistakes? Look at that. How do you go from like 0.3 advantage to white to 0.46 advantage for black, winning position. I made 10 inaccuracies, 1 mistake. That's unbelievable, dude. I don't get it. Like, the computer just says it's better for black. So in the engine's view, like, I guess basically the computer is saying that pieces are worth like 3.5 points of material according to the engine. Yeah, G5, that's like 2600 move. I was convinced I'm not worse here. This is crazy. That's really crazy, man. I don't agree with Stockfish's evaluation of this position. I think it's bullshit. There's no fucking way that black is better by 1.8 in this position. Black is barely better at all. This is bullshit. You know, there's no way. G4 was risky. I shouldn't have done that. G5 is like top 2 engine move. It's natural, but I didn't think he would do it. It seems really risky. Like, why sacrifice a pawn in an endgame? That's a big deal, man. Like, how do you just sacrifice a pawn in an endgame? The pawn is worth a lot of material in this stage of the game. I thought you were worse. You know, the only way that I would think that black was better here is if I had the engine turned on. You know, I thought that white was totally better. I agree. F6 is also like top move. And I think not obvious. So H5, you missed H5. This is the strongest move. Because of knight H7. There's no way I would lose this position in like a tournament game. But I went, you know, for the win, basically. I don't agree with the computer's evaluation. I still don't. I think that's bullshit. But rook C8. Wow. Another double exclam. And I could play rook h5, but it's very double-edged. Double exclam. Rook c8. Bishop e8 also. Top 2 move. Very, very strong. And a4 was a mistake. I was getting, like, desperate here to try to win. I should just try to draw, but draw is worth nothing. This is a bullshit evaluation. I mean, black's not really better here. This is probably one of the best games I've ever seen someone play against me. In one of the rapid tournaments here. I mean, he's playing like 2 mistakes, 6 inaccuracies, but very steady. It's a long game. Yeah, of course he's stronger. He's like 250 ELA points lower. My max is like 2470. You don't even know like what real chess is, you know, you're just playing like garbage blitz chess for bullet, you know. I mean, if you knew what real chess is, maybe you're not using a computer, but if you aren't, you're just like a garbage bullet player. I mean, real chess, you don't get a lost position and then try to swindle people on the clock, you know. It's just ridiculous. That's really, I think he's a cheater, to be honest. Lazarus is an engine enhanced player. almost 100%. Whereas Excel probably isn't, you know. There's a big difference. Final score here. I mean, I've had a lot of suspicions about the Lazarus account many times. Many weird games you played against me. It's not just today, you know. It's a many, many instances of funky stuff that doesn't make sense with that account, you know. And I've mentioned it before, so don't come back, because I really don't trust you, you know. No, I don't think everyone is weak, and I think that people cheat, and you're one of them. You know, that's the truth. But anyway, unfortunately, I have to deal with that sometimes. This was a great game. There's no comparison. He's obviously stronger than me. Totally. Totally. Especially if you're not turning on your engine during that game. Where is the final score? Yes, oh, look who won the tournament. What a surprise. He beat World Loser with another suspicious game in the last round. But master of computer cheating, dude. You're very, very good at it, to be honest. You make it look really convincing. You do a great job. Anyway, World Loser managed to get 3.5. Where's our last round? Excel Poker should win the tournament. Where is the final score? Yeah, I mean, I know it's not pleasant to accuse someone of cheating, but I long suspected Lazarus. It's just, look through the history of the games against him. There's lots of weird examples. It's not a one-off. But I really don't like to have to do that, to call someone out. Where's the final standings? But you're very convincing in hiding it. I'm trying to reload. But how many times he wins these tournaments, you know? Oh, he just happens to perfectly beat you at the end, you know, down a piece. He gives me piece odds and crushes me using no time. I mean, whatever, dude. I don't trust him at all. Excel Poker is a real player, and everyone else here is, but I don't have any faith in that account. That account looks sus to me. Anyway, whatever. We'll see you guys later. Really good game by Excel Poker at the end. I'm sorry, man. I just have too many weird experiences with that account. Like, you can look through my games. It's not the first time. It's like, every time you play him, it's just really, really weird. I don't know. I think he just convincingly makes it look like he's not a computer. Dude, he's like a 2100 or something, you know? He can play bullet. He's like legit. He's probably legit. He's not some beginner who's like pretending to use an engine. I mean, he's a legit player, but I think he's enhancing his play with a computer at critical moments, you know, just when you need a good move, it's there and you play it, you know. That's what I think. It's very hard to tell those people when, you know, it's almost impossible. I can't even report him to lichess because it wouldn't be. He says he's CM in his finger notes. Well, where is it? Where is his title? Where is his title? Why is it not on his account? I can say that I'm a GM in my finger notes. It doesn't say CM there. Does it say CM there? No. No. It doesn't. Why? Is that normal? Why would he not have a CM on his account? It's not that difficult. You know? You can claim anything you want in your personal finger notes to make yourself sound more legitimate. I just had too many weird experiences where he like crushed the whole tournament. There's no freaking way, dude. You know? No, you don't know. I don't know either. You know, I mean, the point is, I don't know either, but I don't trust him even as far as I could throw him because he's played so many weird games against me. He's obviously like a competent bullet player, but he had a lost position after like 15 moves, you know? And he wins the tournament in like, you know, convincing style. Dude, whatever. You know, I mean, it's totally sus. You don't have to believe me. I don't care. You know, but I know that I can't play against that account. I mean, there's no way. At least with Excel Poker, I know that I'm playing a human being, and pretty much everybody on the list. But against that account, I don't even want to play them. You know, I just start the game and I'm like, all right, I really don't want to play this player because I don't trust that they're legit. I hate to say that on the stream, but it's not the first time. The last game, look at my last game with him. I mean, it's equally weird, you know? He's like doctoring the moves. You know? The last game was super suspicious. Almost every game I've played with him is super weird. It's just whatever, you know? I've got a gut instinct and it's not good. But I might be wrong, you know? But I'm sorry. Cattle Culture... Your sister is playing Brian Wall tonight. Nice. She's prepping Loafer G5. His favorite line. What, he plays that? Averbach or something? You mean the Averbach? Or like I play with Bishop G5, the Smyslov. Man, I haven't really thought about Brian Wall's repertoire in a long time. Wow, Sumaher third place. Yeah, good game against me. I'm obviously weak, you know. Clearly, FIDE 2350s are stronger than me. You know, pretty much every single game I play them. Look at this guy's results against me. I mean, FIDE rating 2037. He would be board 12 on my over the board team. He's crushing everybody. He wins every single game he plays. I mean, you think that's not suspicious at all? I don't know. Whatever. I'm not going to even talk about it anymore. It's just really annoying. Do you agree with the following you learn subconsciously? Well, I mean, I think the guy clearly can't cheat every game and every move. You know, you can't, and you would get caught. So he's lost half the games against me, you know. I'm telling you, there are just so many weird games that it's been bothering me for a long time. Like, whatever, 2 years. I didn't just think of it tonight because I lost. I mean, sometimes I try to keep it kind of under my hat because I'm not sure, you know, but I mean, with certain players, I've been suspecting them for years, you know. The game against me, the last game against me, many games before, he may just be doing it against me, you know. But I mean, the speed at which he finds like perfect moves when he needs them is a little bit suspicious, and we've been here before. So I don't like it. You know, unfortunately, that's the nature of the internet. We can't trust anybody, and we can't be sure if anybody's cheating or not. You know, half the people that lichess banned, it would be difficult to prove in like a court of law that they were cheating. I mean, seriously. But you have to make a decision. You know, I'm not going to play him anymore. It's just, I can't. You know, I can't play someone that I suspect is cheating. 26-13 performance. Okay, it's a 5-round rapid here. I don't know. Yeah, I'm saying he's a really good bullet player, but he's doctoring the games with moves. But don't defend him because he's like from your country or something. You know, I mean, either you know him or you don't. You know, I mean, he's a stranger, or you know him. If you know him personally, that's a different story. If anybody knows somebody personally, you know him, you can vouch for him. Like, he's a guy from my club, he's a good guy, I totally trust him. That's a different story. You know, I'm not gonna like stick up for someone because they're Hungarian or because they're like American. You know, and I have like a brotherly feeling toward them. You know, I mean, if I know someone, I know there's American cheaters and Hungarian cheaters, and I've called them out. You know, and I've been right before. About one particular player, and because someone's titled, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, congratulations, guys! Great game by Excel Poker in the last round. Good game by Sumaher. World Loser got 4th place. Excel Poker played well. Sumaher 3rd place. Yeah, good job. So you lost 1 game. Only against you know who. Yeah. Well, whatever. Alright, guys. I'll see you later. Thanks for playing. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Thanks, Move11. Thanks, guys, for supporting the stream. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.